Despite last night's Monday Night Raw being a fairly predictable show, it appears Brock Lesnar's promise to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase helped boost ratings. What will the WWE do to help SmackDown Live? And what did it tell us about the promotion's plans for the future? Join us now as WrestleLamia gives you the dirt on 10 things the WWE secretly told us on this week's SmackDown Live. Number 1. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were jobbed to punish Owens for skipping Super Showdown. Vince McMahon's pettiness is well documented, and it seems clear Kevin Owens and his friend Sami Zayn jobbed to Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods as punishment for Owens refusing to work Friday's show in Saudi Arabia. You might be aware that Owens reportedly asked not to work the show, citing his family's concern over his safety. Still, it's believed Owens also backed out working there because the Saudi government demanded Zayn, who while Canadian is of Syrian descent, was asked not to be present due to the government's poor relations with Syria. Owens, who had just worked a program with Kofi Kingston after turning heel on the Dreadlock Dynamo, had to watch Zayn count the lights for the WWE Champion after Kofi hit the Trouble in Paradise. A not so subtle message to Owens to play ball with the WWE. Number 2. Dolph Ziggler's WWE Championship program with Kofi Kingston is one and done. The WWE has done a good job building up Dolph Ziggler's campaign for Kofi Kingston's WWE Championship, with Ziggler returning from obscurity and attacking Kingston, claiming Kingston's opportunity should have been his. Tonight, Dolph aired a video showcasing his many accomplishments and laying the groundwork for him to claim all his hard work resulted in nothing, despite his commitment to success and the fans. Kofi replied that while Dolph has accomplished a lot during his WWE run, including defeating him for the United States Championship when Kofi held the belt, Ziggler walked out on the fans, thus he's entitled to nothing. Ziggler has been attacking Kofi at every opportunity, and tonight was no different, with Ziggler super kicking both Kofi and Xavier Woods after their win against KO and Sami Zayn. With Ziggler getting in all these attacks, it seems all but inevitable that he'll do the job for Kofi in Saudi Arabia, allowing Kingston's regular opponents such as Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan to resume their quest for the title. This is unfortunate as the angle with Ziggler has been fun and created an atmosphere where everyone is competing for the WWE Championship rather than one wrestler at a time. It certainly increases the title's prestige, which in turn makes any title defense seem like must-see TV. Number 3. R-Truth will be in the 24/7 picture for the time being. The 24/7 title has created the opportunity for the WWE to expand its presence beyond Raw and SmackDown Live, as social media segments capture the champion's arduous task of defending the belt wherever he may be. So far, R-Truth has proved an entertaining champion, as fans wonder what hijinks he'll get into while defending the belt. Tonight saw Truth lose the belt to Elias only to regain it and escape with the title. As the WWE looks for popular segments to run with, it's clear R-Truth's run with the 24/7 belt is a success and one the WWE is going to milk for the time being. Whether or not they milk it dry remains to be seen. Number 4. Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship reign is a message to Sasha Banks. It's difficult to tell whether Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship reign is due to the WWE deciding to go with a fresh face holding the belt, or a desire to show Sasha Banks what she could have done if she hadn't decided to stay home and sit out her WWE contract. Knowing the WWE, it's probably the latter, as Vince McMahon continues to try getting Banks back in the ring. Reportedly, the two have had a meeting recently backstage, and things have apparently improved. Number 5. The writers are still struggling with the wildcard rule. The WWE Universe is trying to still wrap its head around the wildcard rule, and it seems so are the writers too. How else to explain Raw's Alexa Bliss coming over to host her talk segment A Moment of Bliss, and then being inserted into a match to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship? If things continue at this pace, what's to stop anyone from invoking the wildcard rule and challenging for titles on the opposite brand? And if said superstar should win a belt from the other brand, where will they defend the belt? On both brands or on one brand? The WWE has opened a Pandora's box full of booking woes with the wildcard rule, the last thing the already bewildered writing staff needs. Number 6. WWE writers are writing for Vince McMahon rather than the WWE Universe. tonight dispelled any doubts that the WWE writers never tire of airing the same segments ad nauseum. As we discussed in our recent Raw report, the 3rd June 2019 show on the Red brand featured a number of blindside attacks, including one involving Shane McMahon, The Revival, and Drew McIntyre beating down Roman Reigns, as well as the big fracas where Brock Lesnar destroyed Universal Champion Seth Rollins, sending him out of the arena on a stretcher. The WWE decided to go with an almost identical angle to last night's beatdown on Reigns, this time with Shane McMahon and The Revival calling out the big dog and Reigns being suckered in again. As Roman dispatched with The Revival, Drew McIntyre delivered a Claymore to Reigns, allowing Shane and his helpers the chance to further humiliate him. Fans who watched Monday Night Raw may have thought they were watching a rerun since both attacks were so similar. As insane as it may sound, Vince McMahon was reportedly delighted with the angle on Raw, the likely reason it was done again on SmackDown Live. According to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, he mentioned, "By the way, I'm told that Vince McMahon liked the opening segment an awful lot tonight. Add in Dolph Ziggler's sneak attack on Kofi Kingston and you have run-in number 2 on a 2-hour show." With rumours flying around that Vince McMahon has been terrorising his writers by threatening to fire them and fire them on the spot, it wouldn't surprise us that they're catering the show to Mr. McMahon rather than focusing on logical storylines that build off the previous week's show. How else to explain tonight's 3rd run-in where Finn Balor ran in to save Apollo Crews from Andrade, only to get pulverized by Andrade as well? The WWE deserves credit for giving Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor some TV time after being off SmackDown, but it deserves criticism for doing the same thing over and over again. Number 7. Seth Rollins will retain the Universal Championship at Super Showdown. If you missed Monday Night Raw, you missed Brock Lesnar destroying Seth Rollins on the show, with the Architect doing a stretcher job and putting his Universal Championship defense this Friday up in the air. SmackDown repeated its earlier news that Rollins will be defending the title, despite being banged up. Although Rollins' weakened condition creates a good opportunity for him to drop the title and look strong, WrestleLamia feels the WWE is doing this in order to make Rollins look even stronger. The epitome of the fighting champion fans have been asking for since Brock Lesnar's long reign was marked by infrequent title defenses. Although Lesnar has promised to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase at Super Showdown, there's no guarantee of it, and it seems very probable that Rollins will remain champion. If Lesnar does win, the WWE is going to experience some of the greatest backlash yet, as fans give up on any hope of a full-time champion. This will also add legitimacy to Jon Moxley's recent comments that Vince McMahon is paying Brock Lesnar to ruin the WWE. Number 8. Lars Sullivan is not a talker. Some fans doubted that WWE would invest time and money in Lars Sullivan after he suffered a panic attack and disappeared earlier this year. Add in Sullivan's racist remarks from several years back that surfaced online, and fans began to think Sullivan might be future endeavoured. However, tonight's promo showed that WWE is working to build Sullivan up as a monster heel, including a promo by the WWE's resident Freak. Rather than featuring Sullivan beating down the Lucha House Party again, the Freak cut one of those promos that only a WWE writer could concoct. Whilst it may not all be Sullivan's fault, the promo was awful, probably one of the worst of 2019. Arguably on the mic, Sullivan really doesn't come off as a legitimate monster, more of an insurance salesman. Unfortunately, Sullivan reciting a nursery rhyme brought back memories of Heidenreich's poetry, a memory most fans had thankfully repressed until tonight. Number 9. The WWE forgot about Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville splitting up. The WWE habitually starts angles only to drop them and sweep them under its creative rug. One such situation is the breakup angle that started between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. The angle has been put on the back burner as seen on SmackDown when Rose and Deville interfered in the triple threat match to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rose and Deville's interference allowed Alexa Bliss to win, with Rose and Deville's past differences apparently having been resolved. This latest bit of sloppy writing could have been remedied by Rose and Deville's partnership deteriorating, but it's just as likely to be forgotten, leaving WWE fans puzzled yet again. And number 10, the WWE is going to run more than one Undertaker vs Goldberg match. Goldberg's appearance tonight, as well as the Undertaker's surprise appearance, suggests the WWE wants to milk this dream match for more than one appearance. Last night, the Undertaker warned Goldberg to wrestle as Goldberg the Icon, not Goldberg the Family Man. Tonight, Goldberg told the fans that he's taken The Undertaker's advice, and on Friday, the Phenom will face the man who went 173-0 and the ass-kicking he asked for. Once and for all, we will find out who the better man is. Goldberg's words to the effect that once and for all we'll find out who the better man is makes it sound like this could be a one-and-done match, but The Undertaker is reportedly looking for more matches, and a trilogy with Goldberg would be a great way for both men to work a dream match series for several big paydays. But there you have it guys, 10 secret things the WWE told us on the 4th June 2019 edition of SmackDown Live. What did you think of this week's show? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.